Okay, but that brings me to another concept that he used to use a lot, which was the ancestral body. And then I just want to complete this because we have the inherited body and we inherited characteristics and foundations from our ancestors, but also we carry the legacy of life on earth, right? And so, and then we interact with it.
Else?
Not yet. I don't know, maybe it came from somewhere else.
Why I use the word the ancestral body?
Yes, because you talk about the ancestral body, and then you talk about the inherited body, but you make a difference between the two, and then you talk about the formed body.
The ancestral body is closer to, and I mean to convey, that encoded information of the acts of perpetuating the animate process that has in fact been unbroken chain of events that is preserved and transmitted that all animate forms have. So that is the organizing first wave of whatever the animate process's beginning was, or if it was forever here, that you don't need a concept of beginning. This is the body. All animate creatures, the most smallest and the largest, single-cell, multicellular animals have. That is the ancestral body, and it's encoded in all our cells and all our tissues and in the genetic code.
Okay.
The inherited body is more familial, more constitutional, and more societally imposed.
Okay.
So when I say ancestral, it's the deep pulsatory tissue, a process of activity, of a active, resting, recovering, active, the basic pulsation rate that you see in all tissues, which is the organizing process. And it's the, like musicality, the earliest organizing process of forming a cell membrane and the cell content, and how that swells and shrinks is the accordion of organizing and the different rhythms and intensities and durations of a kind of a process that makes multi-forms of itself within itself, is that ancient body. Then it has how tribes of animals, however small or big they are, how they have rituals of organizing themselves, forming beehives, forming the division of labor, how societies organize rules of behavior that are very ancient, and how these are handed down. Don't look down when you're talking to me. You look at me. Don't turn away. You're always supposed to smile. Be polite, even though you want to be the opposite. That there are, quote unquote, civilized behaviors within families, rules of family behavior, or rules of cultural behavior that we inherit, but it's taught to us. Okay, and then we also inherited by the choices that are forced on us.
Those are cultural inheritances, right?
Well, what they say to you, you cannot marry that person who's not in your class. You look at those images and you will see that the class images of people of a higher class don't reflect the images of the people who worked on farms, so that both of them were inbred. Those become culturally inherited patterns of behavior, and that's different than the ancestral behavior.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you have your personal idiosyncrasies. Yes. So I do make that difference.
Yes.
What is your personal behavior? And that has to do with the rhythm of your activity, how your body beats, how your heart beats, how your vascular. And then there's the inherited, hold your breath, stand still, and then there's the personal. And all of us work our way through this in forming an adult and how an adult is in the world.